chest. I have already gone ahead and done a couple more quests just to get the process moving a little faster. So I got the concrete one out of the way. I did the tool forge, and we'd also already built the tanks, so I just simply had to complete this one. Now I took the silky jewel because we don't need the mending moss in this pack. We're going to be putting reinforcements to make our tools indestructible. I also made the 10 drawers, which then required me to make a drawer controller. I did take the 32 item conduit because the drawers are pretty easy to make, but we're not going to be making them out of the wood. We're going to actually be making framed drawers, but we'll go over that in a future episode. Now, today's episode then, we're not actually going to go on the quests. We're going to step away from the quests because I want to start to get the materials together to build what I have planned for the base. Now, the materials I'm going to be using then, we are going to go down the route of using living rock and dark oak. Now, the living rock then, that is something from Botania, which means we're going to need to move on to the Botania mod pack already. So if I go on to Botania, the first thing we are actually going to need is the petal apocryphary, I believe it's called. Can I actually see the item we need? I might have already gone past it. There we go. So the petal apocryphary, and that just takes a petal, cobblestone slabs, and some cobblestone. Now, it can be a petal of any colour, and I already do have a few here. Considering we've got so many of the lime green, we will use the lime green. And to turn it into the petals, that's all you simply need to do. We will actually need a few more of those. Let me take those and those, and I'll show you what we need those for in just a second. Let's get the petal apocryphary out of the way first. Now, I do have cobblestone slabs in here. No, I don't. But I do have cobblestone. You know what? I'll just take those 3 to turn that into slabs. I was just going to say, where did those 3 go? I definitely picked them up. Right, so yeah, we'll turn those into slabs. So we only need 2 of those slabs, and then 4 cobblestone along the bottom, and then 1 leaf in the top. And that gets us the petal apocryphary. I can't even say the word myself today. Right, so we'll place this down here. That noise made me jump a bit then. Alright, the next thing that we're going to need then, we are going to need to make a pure white daisy, I believe it's called. And this is the one that we need to make, which takes mystical white flowers in the petal apocryphary. I'm also going to need a bucket, which I believe my bucket is in here. Oh, there we go, bucket of water. I think I'm going to place that in there for now as well. I'm going to have to use these at some point, but I'm probably going to use them for auto mining out a lot if we're ever going to build the base underground. Right, now, to get the white flowers, because as you've seen inside here, I haven't actually got any mystical white flowers. The best way for us to go about getting those is pretty simple. If we come back into here, what we need to make is not the overgrown seed. This is another challenge now for me to find this stuff that I require. Can I see you anywhere? Right, so there is something from Botania. I think it's called fertilizer. Yeah, there we go. Floral fertilizer from Botania. And what it takes is coloured dyes and bone meal. Now, I did collect some flowers for dyes because I knew I'd be doing this. I don't actually need these ones then. Or unless I can make the mortise and pestle. That's the one that I want, the one from Botania. So it takes a bowl, some planks and a stick. So actually I will take those because I believe we're going to use them for this. We're also going to need bone meal. Let's take those bones and the bone meal. So we need a stick, a plank, and I believe we need 3 planks to make the bowl. Yep, we got 4 bowls, even though we only need 1. I aren't really too fussed about making all of those. Is it that one? Yep, there we go. So there's the mortise and pestle. Now if I turn all these into their flowers and we pop this up here, I think you pop that in there. There we go. So we've got the 9 of that dye and 8 of that dye. And let's turn all that into bone meal. Click back on here and we want fertilizer. I'm hoping it isn't them specific colours. I'm hoping we can use any colour we need to. Yeah, that's fine. Try again. And one final time. There we go. It does leave us with 1 spare dye. Something I'm not really too worried about. Let's place those balls in there. Let's place those cobblestone in there. Right, so with this fertilizer then, the floral fertilizer, what you can do is you can click down on the ground and it will generate some mystical flowers. Now, I don't actually see a white one, but what we can do, we can take all of these flowers here that we've just obtained. I'm not too fussed about making sure that I get one of each colour, not just yet anyway, we will get to that in time. But I think the black and the light blue I don't have, so we'll just slot those in there. I also don't have that one there. I'll place that one in because I've only got 3 of those, but I'll keep the rest out. And we'll change all these into more dye. You know what? I probably will need that red dye that I've just popped away. So let me get you. Now, place you up here. Ooh, we did get a brown one as well. I don't believe I've got the brown. It'd help first if I turn them all into the relative petals. And the final one. Boom. Now if I place that up there. Go. 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 There we go. And then come on here, fertilizer again, and let's make as much as we can. Oh, now we're missing the dye. That's not a problem. We've still got that 1 piece. I don't really understand how we're still left with 1 piece. But yeah, so let's just drop this down. Still no white one. I think what I'm going to do then, I am just going to cut away, keep repeating the process until I get a white one, and then I'll come back to you in just a sec, so I'll see you shortly. Luck has it, the very next time I tried it, I got ourselves the mystical white flower. Now we'll turn that into the petals, and what we can then do with the petals is just plant them down, and we can grow those up like that. This will actually get us more. Like, this is the easiest way to get more of the same flower, so always keep some petals spare just in case you do need to get them. Now to get these ones you do need the shears, and if you click them with the shears you'll get them, but if I was to have just destroyed them then it wouldn't have given me anything back. So we've now got 8 petals. Let's just get ourselves a few more. You see you get that lovely little particle effect on the floor as well where you've placed them. So I suppose you could just place them down for the vanity effect if you wanted to. Right, so that should be more than enough petals for us. We get 4 per one. I'm probably going to make 8 of these things. I'm going to need a spare hand. I'm going to need that. And I'm also going to need some seeds. Now, I've only got 5 seeds. I will need a few more seeds. That shouldn't be too hard for us to achieve though. We should be able to find those relatively quickly. Then again, I am only making 4, so I only need 4 seeds. Don't know where I'm trying to get 8 from. Yeah, we'll just make 4 for now, that should be fine. So what you do is you fill that up with water. Let me just get that back. You then place your items in, so 1, and you use Q to drop them, 2, 3, 4. You then add the seed, and there we go, we've got our first pure white daisy. Now what you can also do as well, if you go back to an empty hand and right click, it will add the same items in again. So if it wasn't you just going for the same item over and over, you can just right click with an empty hand, click on the seed, and you're done. So it can help speeding the process up slightly, although as you can probably see I am still a little slow at it. And there we go, we've got the 4 pure white daisies that I needed. Right now, just to demonstrate then, I am going to just quickly place these down here. So you place them out, 2 gap in between each one, and there's another 2 gap. And can I just add 1 more on the end? Yep, I've still got a 1 by 1 square around it. Then we'll take some stone. This is why I've been cooking up a lot of this stone, and we'll place this along here. Now you can already see the particle effect taking place, and you'll see this effect take hold in just a second. So we'll just wait on those. I think there was 1 more flower. Yes, there was. Nearly missed you out then, bud. There we go. So if we just quickly wait on this to change, I'll be right back in just a second. And there you go. You can see it all just changing now. So let's just let that finish the changeover. The change is roughly each block has its own time that it needs to be in the area. So depending on how quick you place them, depends on how quick they all change. But one little added benefit we have got is we've got vein miner. So boom, that's gone. It's actually in here. Right, so other thing that we can craft this way as well, I will just quickly show you. Let me just take 8 for now. I'm not really planning on doing a lot of this. I just want to show you the difference in the colours. So I've placed those around there. Let me turn some of those into stone. So these are the colours that I want to use for the base design. So we're going to use the plain living rock, we're going to use the living rock brick, and what I also wanted to use was the dark oak. Let me quickly change some over as well. Right, so we're going to be using the dark oak as well. Let me place this end just so you can see the difference. Now you can see how those colours work together. They do work together pretty well. I still think on the ceilings on the inside we're going to follow the same pattern, use the magical wood logs in blue, because I think the blue and the magical wood do set each other off very well. Just waiting now for these to change so I can quickly show you what it changes to. Right, there we go. So this is living wood. The reason I really don't want to use this is simply because it's got that red tone in it. It does work well with the living rock, but it's just hard to get to work for anything else. What I may use this for though, because it does look quite a lot like tiles. Let me just get a torch down so you can see what it is that I'm seeing now. Yeah, you see this placement? It does kind of look like tiles. So what we may actually use this living wood for is for the roof. One other thing you can do with the living wood as well is you can make glimmering living wood with a piece of glowstone. I do believe I've got some glowstone. Yep, there we go. So let's just quickly show you what one of these looks like. Boom. And we'll place this in the middle there. Let's place that on the end just so we can see how all those colours go together. So yeah, I think that's going to be the colour palette, especially for the outside. A lot of the outside is going to be visible with these colours. Not too sure what we're going to do for the flooring on the inside, but those are what we're going to work with so far on the top side. Underground, that is going to vary differently. I am going to try and keep these colours of the ceiling together though, because I do like how they work. The cut there, guys, just had somebody knocking on my door. Right, so I've gone and crafted up quite a substantial amount of living rock. I'm going to have to do more between episodes. One thing we're going to need though, because I want to automate the system, is we're going to need a block placer and a block breaker. Now these are going to come from Mine Factory loaded, which means we're going to have to make some Ender IO units, which we'll probably get over in next episode. And we're also going to need to make some plastic sheets. To get the raw plastic itself, we can actually smelt up Which one is it? Let me find it. We can actually smelt up these rubber bars, and these rubber bars are from smelting rubber from a rubber tree. So we're probably going to have to go out and find ourselves a rubber tree in the next episode and go from there. Right, so that is going to do it for today's episode as well. If you'd like to obviously see more videos from myself, then please feel free to subscribe. And as always, if you've enjoyed today's video, then also please feel free to leave a like. Thank you.